Hello and welcome once again, fellow girls, guys, and gaming fans too. 7 days to die. Alpha 16. I'm Small Archangel. Thank you for joining me for this episode. It's day 44. I've taken a few days off camera, including the last feral horde, but fear not, we will definitely be putting horde 49, the day 49 horde rather, on the on record because that is 7 of 7. It's the 7th day horde, and I'm not sure if it's still the biggie. I'm not sure if it's still bigger than all the others, but we ain't going to miss it anyway. So just to keep you up to date with what I've been doing off camera, it will be a bit more apparent when we get up top, I hope, though a lot of it isn't particularly visible progress at this point. I've mostly been grinding for resources and making lots and lots of concrete, making lots of cement, grinding for resources, some sand and things. I've actually got through quite a lot of sand. Oh, look, I've got some cement in there. Have I got any in? I've got a bit in there because I keep forgetting. I've decided to put my cement in here instead. So with loads of cement in there. So that means I can put even more through here. We've got 351 concrete coming through here as well, which is fantabulous. And then you can see I've actually got buckets of the stuff in here as well as some cobblestone rocks that I've been making. But basically, I ran out of time before the horde turned up to be able to do any more upgrading than I'd already done. Now, where's my wrench? Here we go. You can also see that I have managed to get myself a very, very nice small engine there with one hit of my trusty wrench, which was very, very pleasing. It was a bit of an unlooked for bonus. Obviously, I was, in point of fact, looking for a decent engine for the bike, but I didn't think I'd find one. Okay, it doesn't matter which way we go, really, does it? I want to put this engine in the bike before we do anything else, and then mainly what we've got to do is some upgrading and the next phase of the base. You can see I've mostly got it to concrete now up top there, but not entirely, and I do want to get that upgraded really before we let's just switch those around. Excellent, there we go. And then we're gonna have to refuel, aren't we? There we go. And obviously we're slightly shortchanged there. Let's just put that in there as well. There we go. Okay, and this is not a bad engine here really, but the one we've got there is nearly tip-top quality, which is fantastic. I don't think that's got, no, literally, I've only just looked. All it has in it is one stack of fuel cans. So there we go. So you can see from here what we've got now. I've pretty much finished this ramp all the way around, I think. In fact, I even had to dig down to put ramp in there, and I'm not convinced of the wisdom of doing that. I'm not sure if I'm going to regret doing that. Oh, look, someone's trashed that for me. I have been actually just taking these out and replacing it down here, and I thought I'd finished, but clearly I have not. So we've actually got... Oh, it's a boar. Well, do you know what? That's a gift, isn't it? Apart from when he gores me. Nice. And now he's... Oh gosh, I'm bleeding out as well. That is crud. Use the thing. Okay, let's just you know. Oh, there he goes. He's bleeding out too. There we are. Well, where's my shiv? That did not go as smoothly as it might have done. Usually I could one-shot them. That time it must have been a dicky shot. There we go. So there's my breakfast accounted for. There we go. Okay, great. So what I was doing was replacing a bit of this. Now, this isn't massively important. I have, in any case... Oh, there we go. There's a little bit. I thought I'd prepared everything up from down here. Clearly not. Clearly not. So, yeah, that's what I've been doing here, because in the long run, it actually proves to be cheaper and quicker to just take these blocks out and then replace them directly with rebar and reinforced concrete, which is what I've done. There's a bit as well. The rest of the way around, actually, it's probably where I just shot at the boar, isn't it? That probably is. Oh, is there a bit around here? Oh, yeah, that's cobblestone. I don't care about that. And then up there, you can see I have managed to upgrade some of this, but not all, because it requires nerd poling up to actually even reach it, which is none too convenient and takes a lot of time. And because I haven't got a nail gun yet, I haven't even found a nail gun parts, I don't think. Which means I'm having to do this like this. And you can imagine this takes really quite a long time. And I was doing a lot of this at the same time as, you know, I was expecting the horde to come and what have you. And then yesterday, in-game, I spent the entire day, as I usually do, repairing after the horde. So, yeah, there you go. So if I place this pretty much in the middle, I should be able to reach all the way around without falling down. There we go. But once we've done this, I'm not going to worry about it too much. So we've then got a little bit of upgrading to do in the middle there as well. But we are going to start mapping out what we're doing above. And it should be perfectly stable, even if this concrete here is still wet, because it relies on placing the weight through the pillars, which is the way I usually build these things. Oh my goodness, takes so long with a wrench. Even a good quality one, because a good quality one just lasts longer, it doesn't do the job any faster. Finally. Now, there is a possibility, of course, that I could quite safely have taken each of those out like I've been doing down here and upgraded it by sticking a lump of, rebar in there and just upgrading that. I didn't want to risk it, quite honestly, and I imagine you can understand that. I wouldn't want to even vaguely risk the whole lot coming down. That would be a nightmare, wouldn't it? That is not what you want to happen at all. So, we're going to go back up the top now. Obviously, this is all going to be reinforced concrete, so I've still got a job of work to do. Nerd poling up there and reinforcing all of that concrete that's there. I think I want to reinforce these edges here, but I might just leave them the way they are. I'm not entirely convinced that that's going to be necessary. I think that's as far around there as I needed to get with that too. But it's mainly the next layer that we want to concern ourselves with today. So let's just drop down here. And I'm just going to put a couple of things away, like that bike engine, and we'll get right to it. Okay, here we go. You can see I took out the hatchway that we had halfway down there, because it was no use having a hatchway at ground level, really. And put one in up here or instead, because basically what we want to do is avoid the possibility of zombies breaking through the blocks down there, getting in, then simply climbing up our ladder into our base. That would be an epic fail. So a hatch there, which I will upgrade into a vault hatch. There we go, and then we need steel to upgrade that into a vault hatch. But again, if you make a vault hatch from scratch, you need all sorts of other components and things. But if you upgrade it from a metal hatch, you don't. So there we go. That's our our emergency anti-zombie hatch. Now you can see I have kind of marked out here with rebar what we're gonna do. So we've got the legs continuing just as they were below. Except for two. One here on opposite sides, one here and one here, which I've left open. Now, it's obvious why this one's open. That is our access hatch. The one down here is also an access hatch. Oh, look at that. I haven't got anything to repair that with. Again, I thought I'd repaired everything over here. Clearly not. This is going to be a separate access hatch. It's going to be a maintenance access hatch. So this is where I need to keep my wits about me. And we're going to map the place out with rebar first. Uh-oh, we have... I'm sorry. I didn't even hear her scream. Did she see me and bring in an entire... Yes, she did. Okay, that's just peachy, isn't it? So she saw me. I didn't even hear her. But clearly, she saw me. Let's just snipe her. Let's just take her out, shall we? Right now. Oh, for goodness sakes. Load the darn thing. Yay, got her. Right, now the rest of them. Look at them. There's loads. Right, that's it. Machete. Machete, even if I have to go down here again. You have so many hordes to deal with in this game these days. We want machete practice, so we're having machete practice. Oh. Wait till we're on the same level, then you can hit them in the face. Whoops, the weaker zombies I can now take out with one hit. But the big ones take a little bit more battering, don't you, Mama? Yes, you do. Ta-da! Lovely. Hey, there she goes. Right, that's dealt with that heat map pod. Oh, apart from this one over here, and I'm sure, of course, she's probably been battering. There she goes. So much for you. There we are. So let's just have a quick look and see if we've got any loot here. No. Some jars, whatever. They can be very useful, especially when you really start crafting meds in the chemistry bench. Some seeds, dog food, which we'll just scrap. Well, you lot have got some really, really rubbish loot, haven't you? Seriously, this is not ever so helpful to me at all, guys. That's very disappointing indeed. There's another one here. No. Okay, there we go. So, what were we doing before we were so rudely interrupted? We were up there. So, we're going to head back up there and try that again. And I dare say at some point we'll be interrupted yet again by another heat map horde. Because while our forge is running, that will continue to happen. In fact, I might even stop my forge for the moment just to see if we can. I can't really afford to. That's the only trouble. I can't really afford to. And the main... Get up the blooming ladder, woman. Stop being so silly. The main reason I want to get on and do this next level of the base in any case is because it's going to be our workshop. And therefore, it's going to give me the ability to... let's use these ones up first. Yeah, it's going to allow us to... The main reason in any case that I want to finish this level is that it's going to be our workshop. It's going to allow us to be able to place more than one forge at any one time, which is going to up our production speed, which is really what we need. Now, how many blocks high have I made this so far? Oh, please don't jump down there and break my legs. That's not what I want. Okay, I think I want it one block higher than that, but I'm not absolutely certain because I haven't been counting. And now, how do I get down, pray? Let's just do that. There we go. That should be fine. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's about right. There we go. And then we need to do the same thing here. There we go. I think we've got that right. I think we've got that 5 blocks high in all directions, which is what we need. And I think we've got our doorway here fine. And I think we've got the doorway here. Oh, no, that's a block too high. In point of fact, there we go. We don't need a hatch going downwards. This one is going to be going upwards. Okay, and strictly speaking, the next level is not directly above our heads. The next level is going to be a little way above that for reasons that will become clear ultimately. But the first thing we need to do is upgrade as much of this as we possibly can. And this is where I'm not sure. I might have been going crazy making as much concrete as I possibly could. But that said, will it be enough? I don't know. I'm going to prioritise these thin poles, which is just going to be the intervening support poles, which we don't have any of down below. But from every level up from here on in is going to have these. Okay, and yes, there. We're going to then, yeah, after that, I think we'll prioritise this, because this is our access from below. There we go. I haven't finished doing the bars all the way around the outside yet either. Not quite. And I certainly haven't stopped thinking about the notion of making ourselves some more secure garaging for the bike as well. So that is definitely on my list. But it's not quite as high priority as this level of development of the base is. So we're doing this first. Okay, let's see if we can finish this. As I said before, from here on in, we're basically going to have an awful lot of me doing off-camera grind work. There we are. And this is why I have my forge going 24/7. And if I could, I'd have multiple forges going 24/7. There we go. That's that one finished. Now, let's see if we can do the other one, which is not solid, which is this one here. The other two legs, which don't actually have, they just have rebar in the center for stability. I'm just going to leave that as rebar for the time being. For sheer strength, I like to put trussing in there, but I haven't made any trussing just yet, and that is not a priority to construct at the moment. My priority is getting these bars sorted out all the way around the edges, so that the next time we have a horde. And spiders do tend to, they don't turn up that often, to be honest. They tend to be more likely to turn up during random roaming hordes or heat map hordes. But even so, we've been lucky that none have turned up so far. For the horde, a couple of nights ago, I did put some rebar around just to make sure that they couldn't get up there. But certainly it's... Uh-oh, here we go again. Well, this time she doesn't seem to have seen me. So let's... Unless she started calling hordes in even though she doesn't actually see me, which would be a little bit buggy, wouldn't it? Is she dead? Oh, yes. Sniper rifles rock. Okay, so I'll just keep this sniper rifle on me. And then we just have to keep alert to the possibility that... Okay, somebody's seen me anyway. Is she dead? I think she might be. Lovely. I do like it when that happens. Right, let's get on with this and see how much upgrading we can actually do before we run out of concrete, because this takes epic amounts of the stuff. Wow, amazing. I think we've done the lot. Incredible. There we go. So we've got the whole structure of, well, we've got the whole support structure in place at least. And I'm too hot. There we go. Of course I am. I haven't changed my coat for at least 20 minutes. There we go. Good. So that is that. And for the next part, we're going to have to nerd pole up again. I think I'll just up it. There's dry already. Amazing. I think probably the best thing to do here is just to go up like this for the time being. Okay, and that, yeah, I've got rebar in there. And basically what we're going to do here, we are going to do our usual thing and do that. I'll just take that away. So it's not in our way. There we go. There we go. So that is basically, that's a foundation, as it were, of our next level. Oh, what have I done there? That is not a hatchway. That one does want to be filled in, and hopefully the other one, which is an access, isn't an access hatchway, is always, I've also filled in. No, I haven't. Let's get that straight. There we go. That's it. So this is the foundation of the next level, which is more of a sub-level, really, because what I am planning on doing here is actually having, I've got two access ways. The main one there, which goes all the way down into the entrance exit tunnel. And then we've got this one, which just goes up from here to keep it separate. And this is going to be our maintenance hatchway. So basically what we're going to have here, oops, is this is going to be a doorway here. We're going to have a doorway. Oh my gosh, That was really stupid, wasn't it? Yes, yes it was. That hurt. I have now sprained my leg. I knew I should have put something in there to stop myself from falling down. That was really stupid. So that is going to be, that needs a ladder so that I don't do that again. Let's just do that right now, shall we? Wooden ladders can be upgraded at a later date, so for the moment we will just do that. Okay. There we go. Let's put a ladder in there straight off. I should have put one in already, clearly. There we go. Now, if I just do this, and then that ladder is going to have to carry on up there. There we go. Now we can get out. We can get up here and up and down now, so we don't need that. We're also going to need ladder up the other side, but that isn't going to lead into here. So we're just going to have one doorway into this section here, which is here. And then over that way, the pillar will just go up until our next level proper. So in other words, our main access hatch over there will go to all of our proper levels, whereas this one will lead to all our maintenance levels. The maintenance levels are basically going to be, and I will just upgrade this as much as I can actually while we're here. That makes sense, doesn't it? I'll use up whatever concrete we've got left over. There we go. Oh dear, there's one underneath that I need to access, isn't there? Let's just take that away for the moment. There we are. That's what I meant. So yes, we're basically going to have maintenance areas, which is going to allow us to take advantage of the game's electrical system. So we're going to be able to place generators or solar panels, battery banks, whatever, in order to be able to, in order to enable ourselves to avail ourselves of electric lighting, which doesn't call in yet more screamers. So, because if we try and light all of this up with torches, we're basically going to attract screamers on a more or less non-stop basis, which is not going to be fun. It's already difficult to do anything with the current state of play, because we've got so many screamers already turning up. So we don't really want to be attracting any more of them. There we go, and just one more side to do here. There we go. So this is now the floor level in here, and of course we're going to have walls going around at the same level, the same sort of exactly where I've placed these continuous blocks here. This is going to be our exterior walls, which are going to go all the way around, and then we're going to have floor in here, of course. But what I thought I might do, I thought I might use concrete plates instead of concrete blocks, because that way I'm going to be able to hopefully just have this area 3 blocks high. This is why I'm being very careful, of course, because I've already broken my leg or sprained it or something. I don't want to make matters worse. So I thought that maybe possibly we could get away with having this maintenance area just 3 blocks high like this. Uh-oh. We have another screamer, folks. We have another screamer turned up. They do keep trying, don't they? I've blocked my access off now as well, haven't I? So let's go down here and deal with her. Where is she? She was over here. This is the trouble. Seeing them before they see you is tricky. Hunter and hunted. Who is who? Which is which? Unless I hear her, I don't know where the heck she is. Unfortunately, she'll be wandering towards the source of heat, my forge, I should imagine. Is she down here? She's somewhere around, but I'm not quite sure where, and it's 21:05. I'd really like to get shot of her before she brings in a horde and they start running all over the shop. Is she over there? That's where they usually are, but not. Oh my good grief, there's a horde coming, but they're a random roaming horde because I've been here for a while. Ah, she's over there, look. We need more spikes, folks. Sugar. She's gone. But the random horde, I'm just going to ignore them, to be honest, because I'm just going to sneak around and ignore them because the time. It's 9:30. We don't really... we've got a broke leg. So we are not in any position really to deal with them. And so I'm just going to ignore them. and sneak back in here and up here. So we're going to pretend they're not there. There we go. Stay in sneak mode. There we go. So, yeah, as I was saying, I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to just have 3 blocks high here. So that would make it like so, wouldn't it? There we go. Oh, missed that bit. There. Like so. And then we're going to need a couple more pieces of ladder there as well. So let's just make 2 more pieces of ladder. I hardly dare to put my light on in case it attracts the Zeds, but there we go. There we are. And this hatchway is going to continue all the way up to the top of the base. So if you can imagine what we're going to have. Don't walk backwards down there, please. What we're going to have is so precarious building towers. We're going to have alternate maintenance and working areas. So we're going to have a maintenance area where we can come out here and deal with the electrical power and things like that. Then above that, we're going to have a workshop. Then we'll have another maintenance area and another level, another maintenance area, like that. So hopefully we're not going to have wires going all over the place. We're not going to have a problem with wires being too long. And each level is going to have its own maintenance area, so it can have its own source of electrical supplies. That is the theory. Whether it works in practice, I've done builds a bit like this where it has worked perfectly fine. But we shall see how well that works out in practice. I need to upgrade all of this, and probably the best thing to do is to take this lot out first, and I will just see if we can upgrade this first. There we go. Get my rebar frames and place that back in. There. I'm not going to upgrade that bit just yet, just because if I do, I'll probably find that actually I need to be able to get through there, and at the moment I can't. So I don't really want to block my own access. There we go, but we can fill that in. And now we're cold. Of course we are. Must be the end of the episode. I've got hot and cold already. There we are. Set your watch by it. Okay, there we go. And then, yes, I'm going to have some flooring in here as well and things. But for now, I think we'll see if we can put some ladder up this side. Where do our ladder go? Oh, our ladder did go on that side, but it's going to have to go on the other side from here on in, isn't it? Because our doorway is in that direction. There we go. Oh, in which case, I've probably got my hatch going the wrong way. It doesn't make any difference, really, unfortunately. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, well, 6 pieces of ladder for the moment will do. But we're going to need a lot more of it eventually, of course. There we go. And I will put my sniper rifle and bullets back in there. Oh, there we go. There we are. And then we can get to the top of here as well. Although, as I say, it is a little precarious for the time being. Oh, yeah, of course, I didn't need the top one. There we go. So I need to go down below and splint my leg. Again, I'm going to be doing some off-camera work to make sure that this is all kind of, more or less done. I need to properly upgrade all the bottom area there to make sure that's all reinforced concrete. I need to make lots more resources for us so that we can finish this job off. And then, yes, in the next episode, it may be the 49th Horde by the time I've done a ton of grinding. I don't know. I'm hoping I'll get the bars fitted all the way around the outside by then as well. We will continue trying to get this build sort of onto the next stage. So we will hopefully get our workshop soonish, because that is going to be very useful and is going to make life very much easier from the point of view of onward progress building wise. Only so much you can do with one forge. Okay, guys, so I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, you know what to do. Hit that like button and let me know. Also, feel free to leave me your comments and suggestions. I know some of you have got some fantastic base builds and designs of your own. And until the next time, keep gaming, keep surviving, and stay happy. Bye-bye for now.